On September 24th of 2021, I experienced a significant spiritual transformation that involved the full activation of my Kundalini serpent power. And since that nexus point in time, it has been my avowed mission, it has been the avowed mission of the Umbanda New Earth Ashram to bring forth the spiritual sciences and the revelations that I experienced. Most importantly, it has been the mission, the express mission statement of the Umbanda New Earth Ashram to remind each and every human of their divinity and, in furtherance thereof, the realization of their divinity through the science of yoga. And in various videos that I've made throughout the past 2 years, the subject matter has been the advanced practices of yoga, condensed from the ancient scriptures. I have endeavored to verify and examine the authenticity of these practices and exercises myself. I have visited and sat at the feet of those who completely devoted their lives to attaining the goal of life. I was fortunate to meet a few who walked on the path of light and who denied the existence of darkness by saying that the sun itself never knows what darkness looks like. I repeat, by saying that the sun itself never knows what darkness looks like. It is only the ignorant who live in the darkness of ignorance, not the enlightened ones. But who are these enlightened ones? In all great cultures, there have been great people, torchbearers, who through their wisdom have helped many on the path of truth. Their existence assures humanity that human beings are able to walk on the path of light if they follow the instructions imparted by the great ones and practice. Interior research is fundamentally different from the research conducted in the external world. In the external world, the researcher finds subjects for his experiments, but in interior research, the researcher must become the subject himself. This task is enormously difficult, for the interior researcher must assume the attitude, I am a researcher, I am a laboratory, and I am the subject. To have the conviction that one can successfully pursue this approach, one must first gather sufficient information by studying the scriptures and visiting those teachers who really practice. If he is to attain the truth, there must be an unflickering flame burning in the heart of the aspirant. This arises when one has carefully examined the external world and finds that the external world is just a small particle of the vast universe, of the vast omniverse. Anything that occurs in the external world has actually already occurred within long before, though the cause remains hidden. When one awakens to this fact and is fully convinced that life in the external world is not completely satisfying, then he turns within in search of the truth. A true researcher uses all means available to search for the cause of the happenings in the internal world. He wants to know the truth. He wants to understand life within as well as he understands it outside of himself. The way of knowing the external world is entirely different from the way of knowing the internal states of a human being. In the former, one who proceeds from the gross to the grosser and then toward the grossest, the emanating, descending spirit into gross physical matter, the latter is from the gross to the subtle, and then to the subtlest, the most finest of etheric matter. Only a few dare to tread this second path, for it is the path of the unknown. There is a saying that when a student searches, the teacher appears. It is true that when one sincerely searches for truth with all his mind, action, and speech, he attains it. It is my sincere desire, dear esteemed viewer, that you attain this truth as well. Please hit the subscribe button, leave this video a thumbs up, and stay tuned for further video information dissemination broadcasts from the Umbanda New Earth Ashram for compassion, strength, and yogic sciences. Namaste, namaskaram.